as demonstrated in the month of Ramadan is possible, as it remains a requisite in the daily life of a Muslim. Imam Ilyas Abdul Mumin of the Area A Jumat Mosque stressed this in his Jumat sermon to worshippers, whom he enjoined to continue with the acts.
Imam Ilyas Abdul Mumin's sermon to the congregation centered on a reminder for Muslims to continue with the glorious acts of worship that was commonplace in Ramadan, which he said shaped and impacted humanity positively.
God that rewards those that worship Allah in the month of Ramadan is the same God that will reward you in the month other than Ramadan. So as a Muslim, it's not only the month of Ramadan that you will be doing good work. So we are encouraging ourselves, all of us, that we should continue the recitation of the Holy Quran after the Ramadan. We should continue giving out charity, assisting the less privileged ones, particularly now that we are in economic predicament. So we should be assisting people, and if you do that, Allah will also assist you, and you should be observing or engaging ourselves in performing nawafil and tasbih.
While admonishing all to remain steadfast in charitable ventures.
As we assisted them in the month of Ramadan, because they don't have, we should continue doing that. It's only Allah that will reward us, and we pray that may Allah reward us abundantly on all what we've been doing during the month of Ramadan and after the month of Ramadan.
The cleric asked Allah to bless Nigeria. In Abuja, Abdullah Hajia, NTA News.
And away from religion, Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Nyesom Wike, has assured of timely completion of Yangoji Sukuku Ebo Road in December this year, despite seeming hiccups. The minister reiterated this during an inspection tour of road projects in Kwali. Onoze Yakubu brings us details.
It is 2 months down the lane when the Nyangoji Sukuku Ebo Road project was flagged off in Kwali Area Council of the FCT. But following the council chairman's outcry on the slow pace of work by the contracting firm handling the project, the FCT minister took out time to see things for himself.
That committee that we asked me to take over it, I've gone there and just put parts so that when you look at it, you said that we are not on site as because of the visit today, they have to bring more materials of the
Out of the 11-kilometer stretch road, 4 is the part of the most difficult terrain because of its topography, which the contractor is giving more priority attention to at the moment.
A very important road, not less than 11 kilometers. Look at the topography of this place, very difficult. I want to appeal to the contractor, Gilbo. I know that they have a lot of jobs in their hand, but again, they should expedite so that we'll be able to finish like they promised before the end of December this year. We believe that they will keep to their words. And I want to thank the chairman of Kwali to continue coming here to inspect and give us feedback on what they say, not only on what the civil servant like the permanent secretary just told us.
The minister also inspected the ongoing Kwali Township Road, which is scheduled to be delivered in May this year. Onoze Yakubu, NTA News.
9 days into the implementation of the new tariff for electricity customers in Band A, reactions have continued to trail the performance of distribution companies as consumers call for more investment in distribution networks of other bands so as to improve supply across all bands. Although it's been mixed bag of feelings by customers in Band A on the level of supply under the new tariff regime, consumers at a media engagement urged the Nigerian Electricity Regulatory Commission to protect the rights of consumers by ensuring distribution companies deliver to their customers on agreed hours of supply across all bands, while acknowledging liquidity crisis in the sector, among other challenges over the years. Consumers call on NEC to thoroughly audit operational expenditure and capital expenditure of all the 11 distribution companies for accountability and service delivery.
Because Section 119 of the Act is on consumer protection and licensing performance standards. It deals with risk connection and disconnection. It deals with complex management. It deals with service performance standards. The distribution company is supposed to provide meter. They are supposed to provide transformer. Let them bring report of utilization of OPEX and the CAPEX since 2013 when privatization came on board. What amount has the discos invested from their operational expenditure every year? What have they invested in their capital expenditure every year? How many transformers have discos provided? How many meters have they provided? Every year, when they approve that OPEX and CAPEX, they tell them the number of meters they should provide every year. Which one have they provided?
The Federal High Court sitting in Lagos has sentenced Nigeria's cross-dresser Idris Olariwaju Okuneye, popularly known as Bob Risky, to 6 months imprisonment without an option. Diana Ajele reports.
Bob Risky was sentenced for abusing the Naira notes. Justice Abimbola Awogboro, while delivering the judgment, said it would serve as a deterrent to others who are fond of abusing and mutilating the local currency. However, before the sentence, Justice Awogboro asked about his gender and replied that he was a man. The court also ruled that his jail term commences on the 24th of March 2024, when he was arrested. The cross-dresser had been in the custody of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, since his arrest over abuse of the Naira. Bob Risky was arrested by the EFCC for abusing the local currency and for mutilating the Naira notes, where he sprayed 400,000 Naira at a movie premiere in Lagos. He had earlier pleaded guilty to a 4-count charge of Naira abuse brought against him by the EFCC. In Lagos, Diana Ajale, NTA News.
In loving memory of His Royal Highness Dr. Emmanuel Kyauta Yepui JP, who was called to glory on the 14th of April 2023 at the age of 58, we, the entire family and friends of the late Sir Kari of Karu FCT, invite you to be part of the one-year Thanksgiving service in his memory. Date, Sunday 14th April 2024. Venue, Equa 1 House of Session Karu, along Jikoyanya Road, Abuja. Time, 9 a.m. prompt. Reception follows immediately at New Chiefs Palace Ground, Karu, Abuja. Just like the popular saying, there are special people in our lives that never leave even after they are gone. You're the perfect example, as you will always be in our hearts. Continue to rest in the bosom of the Lord till we'll meet to part no more.
Announcer, Prince Morgan Emmanuel Kyauta Yepui.
When you are in Abuja, Nigeria's capital city, looking for the best place for relaxation, accommodation and event spaces, then think Bolingo Experia. Bolingo Experia provides the best hospitality for all class of guests and visitors with affordable rate for our different rooms. Our presidential suite gives you a top-notch treat. Check out our executive suite, superior suite, restaurants and catering services, coffee bar, lounge, ambassador bar and a whole lot more, designed for your comfort anytime. Bolingo Experia reception from trained professionals make your stay comfortable and homely with an everlasting impression. At Bolingo Experia, we create a delightful ambience and atmosphere of joy for all. Visit us today at Bolingo Experia, 777 Independence Avenue, Central Area, Abuja. Bolingo Experia, hospitality at its best.
As part of Eid al-Fitr celebration, the Salah homage by traditional title holders in Kefi Emirate Council to the Emir, Shehu Chindo Yamusa III, was observed. Correspondent Mohammed Awalu reports that Durbar was also staged.
The traditional title holders in Kefi Emirate Council took turn to reaffirm their allegiance to the Emir of Kefi, Shehu Chindo Yamusa III. The monarch reiterates his commitment to peaceful coexistence among diverse groups in his domain.
We should be self-reliant and respect constituted authority so that more development will come to our doorstep. We should encourage entrepreneurship and engage in farming activities for prosperity.
The icing on the cake was the Dava, where the monarch Chindoya Musa, with traditional title holders, bedecked in royal regalia, processed around Kefi Township on horses, with accompanying drumming and trumpeting by praise singers, to the admiration of the residents who line up street relishing the atmosphere.
This is one of the things that we so much love. As you can see how the people of Kefi came out to welcome the emir, to visit, to greet him. So indeed, it's a great culture.
Anybody that comes to Kefi today, you know that Kefi is a traditional town. That is just the truth about it. And it's so lovely and so fantastic. In fact, it makes me cry.
The display by the Kefi Emirate Council has once more proven that cultural heritage, such as this one, should be preserved for future generations. From Kefi, Muhammad Awalu, NTA News.
Meanwhile, Nigerians, especially the less privileged in the society, have expressed confidence in the administration of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. The internally displaced persons in Durumi and an orphanage in the nation's capital passed this vote of confidence while interacting with NTA's Odiri Ogboru Arutere during the Eid al-Fitr festivities.
The IDP's camp in Durumi was devoid of the usual visitation of good-spirited people who interact with the less privileged during festivities. IDP's children, who are usually spotted playing around the camp, were also not spotted on the premises on a public holiday like this.
We had representatives of the first family, office of the president, and the first lady, our mother. So we are so happy, and today again the NTA has remembered us, as always.
Hope for the Survival Orphanage was a point of call this season, where the administration officer, Sefa Thaddeus, hinted NTA News crew about the visit of the senior special advisor to the president on special needs and equal opportunities, Mohammed Abba Issa, to the orphanage with prepared meal and drinks to mark the 2024 Eid al-Fitr celebration.
Someone coming from the office of the president to come and mark and celebrate the season with the children. I think this is the first time I'm experiencing that, and we sincerely appreciate that. We pray that the good Lord will continue to bless them.
They then called on other good-spirited Nigerians to visit IDPs and orphanages and share with them in the spirit of Eid al-Fitr celebration. In Abuja, Odiri Ogboru Arutere, NTA News.
Let's now join the sports desk for Sports Brief.
Bosia sport is a Paralympic sport that is highly competitive and is fun for able-bodied as well as disabled athletes. Now the rules of the game is that every athlete is given their separate balls to throw and target the white ball, also called the jack. Bosia has its roots in ancient Greece and Egypt and is thought to be one of the first games played by mankind. During the demonstration of the game, David Issa emerged overall champion with the highest score after defeating Godwin Mark 3-1. In the female category, Blessing David won Wasiu Habibat 1-0 to clinch the gold medal. While in the mixed single category, Farida Wasiu defeated Moses Christopher 2-1.
It is an interesting game and I believe in myself that I'm going to win.
The game was introduced in Nigeria in 2022 by Frank Harrison to improve the life of the less privileged and to groom grassroots athletes to international standards.
We want to take the Bosia to a school game. So we want all private school and government school, from the nursery to primary, to start playing Bosia.
My advice would be that it should become a well-known sport for those who are special needs people, especially. It helps them come out, it helps them interact, it helps them feel like they are needed, they are wanted, it helps them feel part of the society as well.
The respondents appealed to the Paralympic Committee of Nigeria to approve the sport as a result of its prospect so that the youth can benefit from it. In Abuja, Francisca Bile, NTA News.
And sports concludes the English version of the news. Up next, translations. Good night.
Yeshe juma wiyan kwa wai wonana iwo abada zaza isha ndaje zuma woni ye wagoba ngai salaji no wowu owo zado yeye weibu abanu ko jinsi nanu owewe sa shi kwa wud nanu azimi saye ko jin obejin nu sala de da aba wo ba jin wa jin Abdullahi Ajiya nwalo sheba webe na bedai wagenge shokoi fenu na yo Iliasu Abdumu mini nu asala jiakun nagben mbajin lo peje wunyimo njimye woni dade sai wo bejin we go shokoi bedagna nchei wen ku gna asala yi nge ko ba bia ba godia bejin ab amane mba tumu nanu azimi saye ntigena shokoi we wa shuzanya mo nanu azimi saye woni bwa shokoi jin jesun wo ba fiza nyamwa mane nanu epia kote jin azumiyan shi abebe onana trechi yiwe yi gan ko pe ge nepa abe anawe shi abebe onana trechi yiwe yi gan ko pe ge nepa yin aza ne ba jin apma nu onaye yin ba daloge ko ba bia azaba jin anagayin ba bache na mona chowo na ba jin ba ga enaye she ko kunche dudu nge abe be gbin ajejilo nu azaba mba ni jin ba jin apma enaye yin fefe ama nu abeda daba enaye na beda kui akugna azanu ba ga enaye nge yokoko binu adafin aito obinu bwa ntuko tichenu anagai bajin baga ona shi ba gange baba jin baga yin pe de nu awaisun nanu peje de shi ashin amda aijin nanu nsalasa nu nkefi ozanwa le sheba webe na bedai na yiwo Muhammad Awolu wa gange abokunda asu anaida mbalo nkefi ni baye kulo sa kefi nabi naye shoko mwasa na yiwo Shehu Tindo ya Musa woni jin osu tai nu owo bokun nanu nwo gbabie aku awe fun agbogbo aza mbabo pe adoko babe laba ba pe badoko omaje abo baba wole lanu oza sikwa su nko na iwe abo aba wewe nu aje saizu
Masu kallo da sauraron mu assalamu alaikum barkamu da yammacin juma'a tare da fatan an yi sallah lafiya a takaice kamar yadda aka saba ga fassarar wasu daga cikin labaran mu yau mai karantawa Yusuf Yakubu an bayyana rayuwar da addinin musulunci ya koyar ta nuna ƙauna ga wasu da barin ayyukan saɓon Allah kamar yadda aka yi a watan Ramadan a matsayin rayuwar da addinin musulunci ya koyar wadda ake so musulmi ya yi ta a kodayaushe ba a watan Ramadan kaɗai ba. Limamin masallacin Juma'ar unguwar Area 8 Ustaz Ilyasu Abdulmumin shine ya tunatar da al'ummar haka a saƙon huɗubar sallar Juma'ar yau inda ya yi nasiha ga al'umma cewa a ci gaba da ibada da ƙauracewa saɓon Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala yanzu da watan Ramadan ya wuce domin samun kyakkyawar rayuwa a nan duniya da kuma ranar sakamako lahira. Bayan kwana 9 da ƙara kuɗin wutar lantarki, 'yan ƙasa na ci gaba da tofa albarkacin bakinsu akan yadda kamfanonin wutar ke raba ta ga masu amfani da ita inda suka buƙaci kamfanonin su ƙara matsa lamba wajen raba wutar ga 'yan ƙasar. A ɗaya daga cikin shagulgula da bukukuwan ƙaramar sallar bana, kamar yadda aka saba, wakilinmu na Kefi Muhammad Awal ya rawaito mana cewa masu unguwanni, hakimai da dagatai a Kefi sun kai ziyarar gaisuwar ƙaramar sallah ga mai martaba sarkin Kefi Shehu Chindo ya Musa na uku. Haka zalika an yi hawan daba inda mutanen gari suka fito kwansu da kwarkwatarsu domin gaisuwa da taya sarkin murna tare da bayyana farin cikinsu a lokaci irin wannan na bikin ƙaramar sallah na tarihi. Ƙarshen labaran namu ne kenan, sai kuma ranar Litinin idan Allah ya kama. Barkanmu da sallah.
Igbo ndị ọma bịakwam ọzọ na nke abalị a, Nwokafọ Chisom bụ aha m, ka anyị malite site na ekpere Jumat. Ndụ nke onye Islam bụ ebe a na-egosipụta ịhụnanya n'ebe ndị ọzọ nọ, tinyere ịgbara àgwà ọjọọ ọsọ, bụ nke gbapụtara ìhè n'ọnwa nke Ramadan, ịgbara dịka mkpa na omume onye Muslim ọbụla kwa ụbọchị. Imam Ilyasu Abdulmumin nke Area A Jumat Mosque mere ka nke a pụta ìhè n'ekpere Jumat nke taa, bụ ebe ọ nọrọ chetara ndị otu okpu a ka ha jidesie àgwà ndị a ike. Abdullahi Ajiya sonyere n'ekpere ma kwuo na onye imam a jikwa ohere a rịọ ka ndị otu ya gaa n'ihu ịgụ Koran ma na-eme ihe ọma n'oge niile iji nweta ngọzi nke Allah. N'ihe dị ka abalị 9 ka etinyere n'ọrụ usoro ọnụego ọhụrụ maka ndị ahịa na-eji ọkụ eletrik eme ihe bụ ndị nọ na bandị nke A. Ọtụtụ okwu apụtala ihe n'ụzọ ndị ụlọ ọrụ nkesa ọkụ eletrik si eme nke a, bụ ebe ndị ahịa ha na-akpọ oku ka etinyekwu uchu n'usoro nkesa ọkụ nye bandị ndị ọzọ iji kwalite nkesa ikike ọkụ a n'ebe bandị ndị ọzọ nọ. Na nzukọ ndị ahịa na-azụ ọkụ eletrik na ndị nta akụkọ mere, ha na-akpọku ụlọ ọrụ na-elekọta ọrụ ikike ọkụ n'ala anyị bụ NERC ka ha hụ na ha chekwara ihe ndị ruru onye ahịa nke ọkụ eletrik ma manye ndị ọrụ nkesa ọkụ a inye ọkụ a n'oge ha kwesịrị inye ya kwa ụbọchị nye bandị ọbụla, tinyere ileba anya na ngụkọ, mgbakọ na mwepụ nke ụlọ ọrụ 11 na-ekesa ikike ọkụ a n'ala anyị. Iji sonyere n'emume Eid al-Fitr n'oge a, ndị eze ọdịnala bụ ndị nọ n'okpuru Obu Emirate nke Kefi mere njem nleta Salah nye Emir nke Kefi Shehu Chindo ya Musa nke atọ na obi eze ya. Onye ọrụ anyị Muhammad Awal webatara anyị akụkọ na enwekwara emume Durbar, bụ ebe agbara egwu dị iche iche na ma nyagharịa ịnyịnya ibu n'oge a. Ndị eze kwuru okwu n'oge a kwupụtara obi ike ha nye Emir nke Kefi, ebe ha kpọkuru ka ha jisi ike chekwaa omenala ha. Ọ bụ akụkọ nke Salah ka anyị ji emechi ya na nke abalị a. Ihe awụ ngwụsị izu ụka, tinye aka n'ihe ọma. Ndewo.
Kalẹ̀ ò ẹ̀sìnkú dédé wòyí, ìròyìn iléeṣẹ́ amóhùnmáwòrán ìkànnì karùn-ún ti ìlú Àbújá ló ń dé sí etí ìgbọ̀nyín. Bọ́lájí Máti ni oníròyìn. Ìgbé ayé nínú ẹ̀sìn Mùsùlùmí níbi tí wọ́n ti tanná sí ìfẹ́ sí ọmọnìkejì tí wọ́n sì kọ etí ikún sí Sátánì bí ó ti ṣe jẹyọ nínú oṣù Ramadan jẹ́ ohun tó ṣe pàtàkì nínú ìgbé ayé Mùsùlùmí òdodo. Akọ̀ròyìn wa Abdullahi Ajiya jábọ̀ wípé èyí ni kókó ọ̀rọ̀ nínú wàásù Jímọ̀ tòní láti ẹnu lèmọ́mù mọ́ṣáláṣí Jímọ̀ ẹkùn kẹjọ l'Àbújá, Ilyasu Abdulmumin, tó rọ gbogbo jọ̀mọ́ láti tẹ̀síwájú nínú ìgbésẹ̀ ọ̀hún. Àdúrà pàtàkì wáyé fún ìlọsíwájú orílẹ̀-èdè àti ọmọ orílẹ̀-èdè lápapọ̀. Ọjọ́ kẹsàn-án tí owó iná mọ̀nàmọ́ná lọ sókè fún àwọn tó ń lo abala àkíní, àwọn ènìyàn ti ń wò bí àwọn iléeṣẹ́ tó ń pín iná ọ̀hún yóò ti ṣiṣẹ́ sí, tí àwọn oníbàárà ń béèrè fún ọ̀pọ̀ oníṣòwò láti kópa kí iná pínpín ọ̀hún lè lọ yíká àwọn abala tó kù. Àwọn oníbàárà níbi ètò ìròyìn tó wáyé rọ àjọ ìgbìmọ̀ tó ń darí ètò iná mọ̀nàmọ́ná lórílẹ̀-èdè wípé kó dáàbò bo ẹ̀tọ́ àwọn oníbàárà kí àwọn tó ń ṣiṣẹ́ náà pín iná ọ̀hún fún gbogbo wákàtí tí wọ́n fi ẹnu kò sí yíká àwọn abala tó kù. Lára ayẹyẹ àjọ̀dún ọdún ìṣínu ààwẹ̀, àwọn olóyè ní agbo ìgbìmọ̀ lọ́balọ́ba ní ìlú Kẹ́fì lọ ṣe ojúṣe wọn níwájú ọba ìlú Kẹ́fì. Akọ̀ròyìn wa Muhammad Awalu ròyìn wípé gbogbo àwọn tí wọ́n fi oyè dálọ́lá ní ìlú ọ̀hún ni wọ́n lọ kí ọba Shehu Chindo Yamusa ní ààfin rẹ̀. Àwọn tó ń fi ẹṣin dára ṣe gudugudu méje òun yàyà mẹ́fà níbi ètò náà. Àwọn aráàlú bákan náà ṣe ojúṣe, ọ̀pọ̀ wọn sọ̀rọ̀ lóríṣiríṣi pẹ̀lú ìdùnnú ọkàn. A ò rí jù báyìí ní ọ̀sẹ̀ yìí, títí ọ̀sẹ̀ tó ń bọ̀ ní àṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Ojúmọ́ ire ni yóò mọ́ wa.